Don't forget to like and subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications.
Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Gokai Spartan. I'm just making another video. Not about nothing too serious. I guess I'm just going to talk about just various series, various characters, Power Rangers, Game of Thrones, Kingdom Hearts, just things of that nature. Those are the trifectas of the things that I like, those three franchises in particular. I would like to say that I just want to go over, I guess I'll start by going over how I feel about various Ranger Sentai series and its characters, and I'll go through the motions with Game of Thrones, Kingdom Hearts, and Naruto as well. I'll start with Mighty Morphin. Mighty Morphin was the GOAT. We all love Mighty Morphin. Now, the Green Ranger, back in the day, we all know Tommy as our GOAT. Rest in peace, King. And boy, the masterful display that he did against the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was a work of art. Like, that's the first time I've seen the Rangers lose. And to be honest, that's my favorite part of Power Rangers, is when they lose. Because it's so formulaic. They always win. It's basically how the episodes work in Power Rangers is that you show up, basically, they're probably in the youth center or whatever area of whatever chill spot that they have. Something happens, a monster shows up, they have to stop the monster, they can't beat the monster has some type of hack, some type of ability, they go away for a while, some more things happen, more plot stuff, then they figure out a way to stop the monster, then they go back, and then they beat the monster, and then the monster get big, and then they get in their robot and they blow it up, and then the villains have a monologue of, oh my god, why did you destroy my monster like that? And more or less, after that, they learn a lesson, and that's almost 80% of the episodes of Power Rangers, for the most part. Where now the Green Ranger was amazing. Now let's go. We moving forward. I guess I could go through my feelings for each Ranger, and for this I would have to separate the actor from the characters due to the fact that we all know what we know. So Red Ranger Jason, ain't no other Red Ranger like him. Ain't no other Red Ranger like Jason. When Jason says it's morphin' time, it's morphin' time. We all feel that. He has so much bass in his voice, manly as fuck. Tommy, he's the GOAT. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more to say, to be honest. I can go on, I can glaze Tommy all day, but I'm not gonna. Now, let's get back to the rest of the Rangers. Trini, oh my goodness, she was one of the most brilliant Yellow Rangers of her time. Rest in peace, Troy Trang. Kimberly, man, when we was all young, we all used to have a crush on the Pink Ranger back in her prime. Amy Jo in her prime, oh my goodness. But that aside, she was a really good Pink Ranger. And I honestly, like, I ain't gonna hold you, I'm a Captain fan. I feel like Captain was a better Pink Ranger due to the fact that Catherine is always willing to suit up and always willing to come back for the franchise. Billy, right now, as far as I'm concerned, Billy is the head of the franchise right now. He's the Ranger holding it down. Him, Zach, and Ming. They're the ones holding it down right now. Zach is a good Ranger as well. He's the first black Power Ranger, literally. And it was amazing to see him. Rocky, a lot of people shit on Rocky, but honestly, like, for Rocky's character, I won't separate the artist from the artist. Because Steve Cardenas busts his ass in these conventions and makes sure he's known and he's a good person. And honestly, Steve Cardenas outside of Power Rangers made me like Rocky's character a little bit more. The Black Ranger, what can I say? That's Johnny Young, boss. That's Ichigo. That's Sasori. That's Mr. It's been a while since I last used myself. Welcome to hell. Performance of 100 puppets. Nah, that's my nigga right there. I fuck with Black Ranger. We go to Zeo. I guess most of the Rangers are the same in Zeo, so we don't necessarily need to come with them. Tanya, she's dope. One of the greatest Yellow Rangers of all time. Okay, that's glazing, but let me continue. We get to Turbo. Now, this is where things get interesting. Now, there's a Ranger reviewer here on YouTube called Ranger Toa. I watch his content all the time, and he got me dying for two reasons. His glorification of Jaden Sheba and his disrespect on Theodore J. Jarvis Johnson. And oh my goodness, I must say, it's just a joy to watch it sometimes because he be shitting on TJ. And I love it. But I like TJ actually. I understand where he's coming from because there are a lot of moments where if you actually sit down and evaluate TJ's performance compared to other Red Rangers, you would think, maybe he's not him. But he was one of the first ones to do it. Like, he was one of the first five. Like, come on, you gotta cut him some slack, man. So I'm gonna cut TJ some slack. One person I will not cut any slack is Carlos. Oh my god, I cannot stand that character. He is my least favorite of all the Space Rangers, specifically for this reason and this reason alone. Like, he wanted to sacrifice his power because he hurt his friend, and I hate any Ranger that wants to give up the power. Like, I understand that, like I just don't like power being lost, period. Like, I always felt like that was a really dumb plot line. Like, oh, the powers are gone, we can't use them. And then later on in the crossover, they all got your powers back. There was no point for you to even lose them in the first place if y'all still need to market off of these characters. What's the point? You're still gonna, like, when the crossover is needed, they're gonna get their powers. The power coins are gonna work again. Y'all gonna find a reason to make it work. But let's get other Turbo Rangers. Ashley, and I guess I'll cover both the female Rangers right now. Ashley, oh my gosh, she's go. I actually need to meet a lot of these Space Rangers in real life. I know they be traveling together. Most of them, Pink one doesn't travel with them, but for the most part, it'd be red, blue, silver, yellow, black, and Psycho Red. From what I gather, I definitely need to go out there and meet them one day. And all of those characters that I just mentioned from the Space Rangers, Andros included, amazing cast. Even though I shit on Carlos, he's not that bad. They are worse Rangers. They are worse offenders. We'll get to Lost Galaxy. Now, this is where I'm just going to start covering characters individually, certain ones, and I'm just going to cover the ones that I like, because I don't necessarily have too many opinions on like every single Ranger, but for the most part, Kendrix, she was a GOAT. You already know, turning an evil Ranger into a good one is always a good thing, so Corone's definitely up there. As far as the rest of the Lost Galaxy Rangers, Leo was valid. Lightspeed Rescue, my boy Carter Grayson, shoot first, ask questions later. Nah, one of my favorite episodes of Lightspeed Rescue is when the building was on fire and Carter Grayson had the morph, and then Colonel Mitchell was with him, and he put on his fighter jacket, and Carter Grayson said, yo, what are you doing, sir? He said the same thing you doing, and they both went and they rescued people and they were heroes. Yeah, it was no monsters being destroyed or anything like that, but I like the little moments of heroism as well. We'll move on to Time Force. Time Force is a go. Everybody loves Time Force. I like Time Force as well. And I'm just going to cover Red Ranger. I love the fact that he came back in Ninja Steel. It made Ninja Steel watchable. Yeah, Wes coming back in Ninja Steel actually made Ninja Steel watchable, but he was really good in Time Force, and him and Jim should have kissed. I really hate the fact that they don't make characters kiss in Power Rangers. No, it's a kid show. It's a kid show. We are so screwed by this kid show shit, honestly. And that shit needs to be put to an end, because it's just stopping. It's just limiting our creativity. And the Quantum Ranger, he was pretty dope. Dan Southworth, pretty dope. Now we get the Wild Force. Cole Evans. That's a good Red Ranger right there. And I'm just going to cover, since he covers two characters, I'm going to cover Decker as well. I like Decker far more than Cole Evans. He was one of the greatest villain Samurai had to offer. Him, Sarada, and Xandrid, all three of them were great. Even though I kind of like the Japanese version of Xandrid more, due to the fact that the English version got him having headaches and medicine, and in the Japanese version he's just an alcoholic, and I prefer that more than just some stupid headache thing. I guess they was trying to make him like Rita. Ninja Storm, the only team with no weak links. Oh my god, I love Ninja Storm. I'm going to make a video about Ninja Storm at some point. Tell me what Ranger series you would like me to make a video, as well as anything from anything else like Kingdom Hearts or anything else that I might be interested in, Game of Thrones, because I have plans for like everything, even things that I haven't touched yet, like Digimon, and maybe even Naruto, One Piece, even Dragon Ball. I might have plans for a lot of things. But we get to Ninja Storm. The entire team is fire. Rest in peace, Power Mega Siva. Red Ranger was fire. Yellow Ranger was dope. I love the episode where Shorty tried to take advantage of. She's just trying to take advantage of his simpness, and bro. And then he had to use the Megazord all by himself. That was fire. Blue Ranger. Oh my goodness, Tori is a goddess. Straight up, she is a freaking goddess. Hunter and Blake. Oh my goodness, the tag team. Let's bring back Green with Evil, but in blue and red. Let's do it. Yes, I love those two. And then Cam Watanabe. Man, what's not to like? Dino Thunder. We get the Dino Thunder. Jason David Frank, the god of the Power Ranger universe, shows back up to lend us his to lend us his to lend us his support and his knowledge. So many things happened in Dino Thunder. The White Ranger was dope. The whole team was dope. I'm not going to go over all of them individually. SPD, one of my favorites. My favorite SPD Ranger is Sky Tate. I like him because he reminds me of Cyclops. He has this attitude problem. He's kind of like, I like him because he's flawed. Like, all the Rangers seem too perfect. Like, they seem like, oh, I help out the community. And Sky Tate looked like, I'm black, so if I was to ever encounter Sky Tate as a police officer, I feel like I'm getting locked up. I feel like I'm going to jail immediately and I'm getting arrested. That's the type of feeling that a cop or a Ranger should have. So honestly, I like Sky Tate. Red Ranger, Jack, he's dope. Bridge, I like Bridge as well. Z, love her. Sid, she's alright. Doggy Kruger, Doggy Style Kruger Anubis. Oh yes, that's my nigga right there. Oh, he might be one of my top 10 favorite Power Rangers of all time. I'm gonna skip Mystic Force. I'm gonna skip Overdrive. Them shit was trash. Jungle Fury was freaking amazing. Freaking amazing for what it was. It wasn't as colorful as some of the other ones, but I liked what I saw. I really enjoyed what I saw. RPM was good. Everybody glazed it and say it's the best thing of the time, but it was alright. I'm not gonna go over any of the characters except the GOAT Dr. K, because she's the best character in the whole show. Like, and all RPM. I'm not going over anybody else from RPM. Samurai, the glorious king, Jaden Sheba. Yes, the glorious king, Jaden Sheba. I must say, that Red Ranger. Alright, this is what I'm gonna say about Jaden Sheba. A lot of people shit on him and say he's a terrible Red Ranger. But if he's literally a copy and paste Takeru, that makes him a good Red Ranger. Because Takeru was one of the best Sentais of Rangers of all time. Oh yeah, let's go back to RPM for the record. I enjoy Go Anja far more than RPM. I don't know why. People, y'all understand RPM is like in a doomlistic future where everything is all destroyed and shit. But go on to remind me of Kingdom Hearts. They be going to other worlds. They be going to Human World, Gunman World, Garbage World, Santa Claus World and shit. Like, nah, that shit more fire than RPM. But back to Samurai. Samurai was good for what it was. It wasn't perfect, but I'll accept it. Yeah, I tried Shinkenger, and Shinkenger was so good that I'll accept the watered down version of it. Oh my god. Now I'm going to skip over Megaforce. If you want my opinions on Megaforce, watch my previous videos. I go over it in great length. Dino Charge was good. It was good for what it was, and I expected a little bit more, but I like what I got. Ninja Steel, I can't watch Ninja Steel unless any of the older folks are in there. I can't watch Ninja Steel without the OGs. If Coda and Gemma and West and JDF and TJ and them not there, I'm not watching it. Straight up. Even though the Pink Ranger, being as attractive as she is rather enticing for me to watch it, it's not enough. It's not enough because I just can't do it. I don't like Victor and Monty. To be honest, I'm tired of the Boca Skull archetype. Like, if you're gonna do it, please do it right. Like, Boca Skull with the goats, they were great. If you're gonna do something with Boca Skull, you got to do it right, straight up. Now I think that's oh yeah, this Beast Monsters. Beast Monsters was good. It was alright. It wasn't nothing special, but it was okay for what it was. Y'all tried to make RPM Part 2. It was alright. I just don't like the fact that y'all killed him with human magic. That was stupid. Human DNA. Like, I need to find better ways to end your arcs, bro. Dino Fury was good. I have no complaints about Dino Fury. You would think over my opinions on Cosmic Fury that I would have complaints about Dino Fury. No, not at all. Dino Fury was good for what it was. I enjoyed the entire team of Rangers. Zeta was dope. Izzy was dope. My favorite one is Ion. His flogging cake like an ass. That's my nigga right there. Cosmic Fury, I hate that shit. Although I only hate it because of the bastardization of Inkworth and of the villains in Lord Zed. The Rangers themselves did nothing wrong. In fact, the Rangers themselves it was okay if you only watch it for the Rangers, but if you watch Power Rangers and you watch it for the Rangers and the villains, then you will have a really bad time. I would go over Sentai. I'm going to go over the Sentais really fast because this video is getting a bit too long, and I did say I wanted to cover Kingdom Hearts and Game of Thrones, and I'm going to do that fast as well. I'll start with, so I'm not going to go through all of them, I'm just going to go through some of them. Zyuranger, great, loved it. Mega Ranger, amazing. Ginga Man! My favorite of the old school ones is Ginga Man. Hurricaneja, I like that one. Shinkenger, dope. Deca Ranger, pretty dope. Goanja, I love Goanja, far more than RPM. Ghost Sager, I actually like Ghost Sager. Same for Gokaiger. Gokaiger's the GOAT. Kyoryuger, the dinosaur one, that was dope. Trains was dope. I didn't like the ninja one. I didn't like Ninja Steel in English or in Japanese, to be honest. The animal one after that was dope. Kyuranger! Amazing. Mwah, chef's kiss. One of the most perfect Sentais to ever do it. Sensational. And I must say, Deca versus Pat, I have not gotten to that one as much as I wanted to. I need to look over that one to have a opinion on that. Same goes for Kira Mega. I have seen Zenkaija. I like what I saw with Zenkaija and Don Brothers. Need to go over Boom Bonger. And the newest one, there's King Oja. King Oja was fire. I love that team. I love how different the team is. They're so different from each other, and they all kings and shit. It's like some Game of Thrones meets Power Rangers meets Kabuterimon. Like, that shit kind of fire. But yeah, and the newest one, I don't like it that much. It's okay. It could. I get it. It's doing Gokaiga stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just spoiled from Gokaiga. But I don't necessarily fuck with the newest one that much. Now, let's get to other things. Now that I'm done with Power Rangers, the other two trifectas I had to cover was Game of Thrones and Kingdom Hearts. I'll cover Kingdom Hearts first. Kingdom Hearts is an amazing game series. I've played this game to death, to the point where I can't even play it anymore, man. Every now and then I'll play it. Like, I was watching Lion King 2, and that shit was so trash that I booted up Kingdom Hearts 3 and just started fighting Vanitas. Like, that shit was, I hated Lion King 2. No, Lion King 2, my bad about that. That new Lion King shit with Mufasa and Scar, I watched that shit, and I had to boot up the Kingdom Hearts. And I ended up, and while I was fighting, I realized I wasn't watching the movie, and I just stopped watching it. As for, like I said, my favorite Kingdom Hearts characters, everybody likes the good guys. I'm always a fan of the villains in every franchise. Organization 13, all day. Xemnas, Sayax, Zigbar, them my niggas right there. Those are my top three. Specifically Sayax, because me and Sayax had a very personal relationship. What I mean by that is, when I had to fight this nigga's Data rematch in Kingdom Hearts 3, it took me 7 days to beat him. 7 days. And he gave me a hard time, and that's what I wanted. That's the only thing I wanted from Kingdom Hearts 3 was the sweat, was for these Organization 13 members to put me through hell. It was a good ache, I must say. And honestly, I enjoyed that fight so much. Now, when I fight him, it's just easy, because it's just like I've done it so many times. I just usually just fire Tornado him. I ain't shit. I be using the shit where you could heal and shit, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't like limited options. I'd rather fight you with a full arsenal. I like overwhelming power. I'm sorry, I'm one of those. I don't like having limited options. If there's shit that I can't do, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm on some Isabella shit. I'm on some what else could I do type shit. I guess that's how I cover Kingdom Hearts enough. I could go into detail. In fact, I plan on making a video about Kingdom Hearts, but I only have but so much time left. I don't want to make this video too long because it's already too long, and I have a habit of making videos that are too long, and the human attention span is rather short, and people could consume less, more so than they could consume more. So honestly, Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. Man, I always watch that series, man. I always go back to it, always making stories with the characters in it, man. My top 5 favorite characters. I'm just gonna throw a whole ass family in there. It's Littlefinger and the Lannisters, straight up. Like, I ain't shit. I like the villains. Like, if you're doing terrible things to people and you're moving the plot and you're the reason shit is happening, then I fuck with you, bro. Like, Tywin Lannister is the reason shit was happening. Cersei and Jaime, the reason shit was happening. Littlefinger, the reason shit was happening. Joffrey, the reason shit was happening. We would not have a story if it wasn't for some evil cunt trying to do some dumb shit. And I love it when that happens, because it's a simple. It's light versus darkness. It's a story told over and over again. It's the good family. It's the Starks. It's Sora. It's the Power Rangers. It's them going through whatever little innocent journey they have, or they going, oh, the king wants me to become his hand of the king. I want to go to the other worlds and see things. Hey, let's go to the peace conference. They're always doing some good ass shit. And then there's some asshole. Your Xehanort, your Lord Zed, your Ikagen, your Littlefingers, your Tywin Lannisters, your Cersei and Jaime's. Niggas that are doing all types of evil shit. Turning motherfuckers into monsters, throwing bitches off of cliffs and watching them fall, throwing children off of cliffs and watching them fall. Freaking, we don't even talk about what Jaime and Cersei be doing. That we treat that like Bruno. But nah, some characters that are doing ain't shit. I love it, bro, because either two things are gonna happen. Either they're going to be stopped and justice will prevail, or evil will prevail, and we'll finally get to see the heroes lose. Either way, I win. I like seeing heroes triumph over evil just as much as I like seeing evil triumph over good. I love the clash between lights and darkness, period. And honestly, like I said, Game of Thrones Season 8 was really terrible. That's why I made the Game of Thrones Westeros Renaissance videos. Because I kind of wanted to undo Season 8 in my own way, for my own, like, little fan project. I'm creating my own lore. I'm doing my own thing with this. Like, none of this shit is canon. Please support the official release. Support Game of Thrones. Support Kingdom Hearts. Support Power Rangers. Support Naruto. Anything that I'm putting in my content, watch the shit that it actually came out from, because like the people who put a lot of work and effort into it, and I respect every single one of them. Every single one of them. I respect you and I love you. Every single one of you. And like, I just, I'm just doing this because I'm a fan, and I just love these franchises so much, and I just want to do right by them in my own little way. Now, I understand that I'm using AI, and there's a lot of people out there that's against AI or whatnot, and I understand and I hear you, because it's just rather scary. This technology is allowing us to do a lot. It's allowing us to create, and it's moving a little bit too fast. If you ever watch All Tomorrows, look up the species called the Gravitals. The All Tomorrows. This video is just going to be long. All right, because the All Tomorrows is basically a story by Ian Kozman, where the humans, they colonize space, and basically a bunch of aliens called the Q come, and they basically Cronenberg transmogrify, de-digivolve the humans to very inferior races, and most of them die out, but most of them evolve back to human sentience. And one of them were the Gravitals. They were stunted, but they were close enough to old technology to advance faster than the rest of the race, and they were on a dying planet, and they just became incredibly robotic, like robots, and they ended up destroying everything. And they took for their stereomorphs was humans that weren't transmogrified by the Hue. They escaped. They started to live in craters and shit like that, and they basically came back, and it was a war between them and shit. I'm gonna make videos about All Tomorrows as well, but I say that to say this: I understand that this AI shit is scary. It scares me too. It's scary, the things that we can do with it and the implications that it has, but it fascinates me more than it scares me, and I'm going to continue to learn about it and use it. And honestly, I'm just going to continue to make content, because honestly, this technology has provided an avenue to create the stories that I love. Like I said before, I've been trying to create these stories for years and come up with a team. Every single person that I've met so far, not every single person, there has been exceptions. Like, shout outs to certain individuals, like shout out to my friend Harry, shout out to Jonathan, shout out to Rose, shout out to E-Man, like shout out to Mel, shout out to certain people that I talk to. Like, yeah, like I probably don't know these people, but these people will know who I'm talking to if they watch this video. But shout out to those individuals that helped me out, and shout out to Malachi, may he rest in peace, because he helped me out develop a lot of Flawless Military. The character Dexter, I gave him ownership of, because he felt like the character reminded him of himself, and like, he's not with us no more, but that was my best friend. And honestly, like I said, I wanted to create a team to do this, and like, a lot of people are busy. People in my life are really grown. They have kids and responsibilities and stuff like that. So I'm older, so I just look at it this way. I wanted to learn my story starts like this. There's a YouTube user that goes by the name of Wicked AI. Now, I watched one of his videos. Like I said before, Peter Baelish is one of my favorite characters. And he created content for Game of Thrones. And I commented under the... I don't know whether he had the plan to do this or not, or whether he listened to my comment, but in one of his Game of Thrones Season 9 videos, because he's doing a whole Snow Things, Game of Thrones Season 9, kind of doing what, for Game of Thrones, what I'm doing for Power Rangers. But basically, I looked at his videos, and I commented under there. I said it would be real interesting if Peter Baelish would come back and he was a faceless man. And he did that shit. And I kept on watching his videos, and I was just wondering to myself, how does he do it? How does he make this happen? So I experimented with a lot of these things. I learned about a lot of things online. I learned about Veto AI. And for those who keep on asking me what type of technology that I use to make my videos, it's Veto AI. That is the platform that I use to make all of my content. And it is a really good platform because you're able to make the characters virtually do anything. If you have a really creative mind like mine, you can really make a cohesive story and make something really brilliant with it. But I've been using that. So a lot of other things I've been using as well. 11 Labs, you know, just various things just to get the voices and stuff, because like I said, I wanted to get a team together of people to do this, but like I said, I haven't been able to do so. Now, if anybody is interested in joining and helping me out with these projects, or interested in me creating another project or anything like that, please feel free to comment in the section. Please comment more, because I really want to get more feedback on my projects just in general. But for the most part, yeah, I've been wanting to get a team together and I haven't been able to do it. Now AI has just made it possible that I can just do everything myself. Like, I voice most of the characters in most of these videos. Most of it's all me. If not, it's AI generated for the most part, because there's a lot of characters that I can do and there's a lot of characters that I can't do. There's a lot of characters, more characters that I can do than can't, but to be honest, the AI just sounds more like the character than my own voice sometimes. Like, I'll give you for instance, I can do Tywin Lannister, but I cannot properly mimic Charles Dance's voice. However, if you do like this impression of Tywin, please feel free to comment. And I could also do so many voices, but I often have trouble figuring out which voices I want to give certain characters, especially the villains. But, as you know, it's just, I could do a lot of voices, basically. That's what I'm basically getting at. But I still like the AI voices because it still gives more of a realistic feeling to the character, even though my voice is just as good. Like I said, I'm one of those artists that support real art and AI art. I want us all to be equal. I want us all to stop fighting about this, and I want us all to just get along, because we've been fighting about this for too long, and it's annoying. It's really annoying. Like, I understand the implications of AI, I understand the implications of all of it, but it's technology. When you watch Futurama and you watch the Jetsons, how do you think they got there? I understand it's fiction, it's made up, but this is what we dreamed the future to be. Back to the Future and all that. How do you think we got there? There's too many limitations. Too many limitations that people keep on putting. And I honestly feel like we could all just coexist. People just like to fight and argue over nothing. But I'm going to cut this short. Anyway, if you like any of my comments, any of my content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a blessed day, everybody.